at the laboratory which I direct. First person who, as much as we know, referred to friendship was Aristotle, who believed that people need friends for pleasure, the pleasure they get from companionship, for personal benefit, that is from helping each other, and for virtue, from the kindness and love they give to each other. From Aristotle today to nowadays, there are several definitions of friendship depending on the theory that we follow. I will only present the definition we chose for our research. It's more like an operational definition. This doesn't mean that there are other ways to define friendship. Our definition of friendship is a voluntary relationship between two people that is not based on sexuality or kinship and involves mutual understanding, affection, intimacy, trust, dependability, psychological and material support, durability, and reciprocality. I will first present findings on friendship, findings from studying friendship in a face-to-face interpersonal communication, because this is actually the literature that we have until the last very few years, where the idea and concept of friendship developed also in the web. So from theories and research on interpersonal face-to-face communication, we know that the fundamental factors for the development of friendship might be environmental, that is physical proximity, individual, such as appearance and physical attraction, social skills, responsiveness or shyness, similarity, situational factors, for example, possibilities for future interaction, frequency of exposure, dependency regarding rewards or punishments from the relationship availability of the other person, and dyadic, that is factors that relate to the individual, as for example that we tend to be attracted by individuals we feel are also attracted to us. Basic principles of friendship is similarity and or complementarity. We tend to be attracted to people we believe that have either similar or complementary attitudes to ours, and reciprocality. We tend to expect what we offer. Important for the development of friendship are the levels of friendship. The transition from acquaintanceship to friendship to close friendship depends on the quantitative growth of qualitative factors such as intimacy, trust, mutual support, physical proximity, expression of emotions, self-disclosure, devotion, etc. By the way, I think it's helpful if you have in mind, while I present these findings from face-to-face communication, those of us who have made friends on web, in quotes, it's good to have in mind whether these characteristics hold for that relationship that you've made. Psychosocial functions of friendship. Friends enhance self-esteem through belongingness and group identity, enhance public image, help our social identity through the friends' impact on our personal identity, serve as models for social comparison, for self-understanding and self-assessment, and most of all, friends are providers of socialization, love, affection, communication, companionship, security, and mutual support. Now let's see how things change in mediated communication. First of all, there are some different characteristics in mediated communication, which I will try to summarize on the next slide, which appear to hold for any kind of mediated communication, not just for friendship on the web. Mediated communication is a new context of human interaction. There are different spatial, temporal contexts. The space is liquid. in the sense that the boundaries are not strict, and the time is timeless. By timeless, we meant, for the Greek people in the audience, we meant achrono. I'm not sure that the best word in English is timeless. It means with no sense of time. And actually also no sense of place, as well, as Merovich mentioned in his books 40 years ago, in the sense that the place is not material and the time is not always the here and now. And if it's the here, it's not the now. Distant participation. The individual relates or participates from a physical distance. There is absence of immediate non-verbal cues. There is lack of tactile and olfactory information. And therefore, there's an incomplete feedback from the other person, which means a limited flow of emotion. It's very difficult to really feel, sense the emotions the other person is feeling when you communicate through the web, and this is why we use emoticons in the web. There is also insufficient synchronization due to lack of clarity of nonverbal cues, of purity and intensity of emotions. There is a lot of experimentation with identity and relationships, because I can give full information about myself, or I can try several relationships and then just decide to give up. And there is reversibility in the sense that the other person who participates in a relationship with us is in our fingertips, because I can just make a click and exit from the relationship. Now, we studied Facebook. Of course, we could study several other websites of socialization, of network socialization. We work on Facebook. The Facebook was designed as a social networking site to provide online